Hey guys, my name's Adam if this is your first time here, and today we're going to be doing another Movie Club Strikes Back movie discussion. This week's pick is Mr. Hairy Brit. If you haven't seen him, go check him out. If you like these movie discussions that we do, you're going to like his channel because he has his own movie club, so definitely worth checking out. Go check out his channel. Mr. Hairy Brit this week, he picked Battle Royale. This is a 2000 movie based on a book of the same title. It's about, basically, if you've seen The Hunger Games, it's kind of the same thing. It's about these kids it's in Japan, it's a subtitled movie, and the kids in Japan, the culture has changed in such a way that they no longer respect their adults, and the adults have sort of punished them, I guess it's a punishment, by choosing one class each year to compete to the death on an island, and only one person can survive. Very cool. I had heard about this movie for a long time. I actually downloaded it and had watched parts of it, but never got around to watching the whole thing. It was sort of that cult movie that everybody on the internet was recommending, and if you hadn't seen it, you weren't cool. So I downloaded it and checked out a little bit of it, but I never got around to watching the whole thing. So thank you, Mr. Hairy Brit, for finally forcing me to watch the whole thing, because it was an awesome movie. I had mentioned The Hunger Games. If you'd seen it, it's sort of the same thing. The Hunger Games basically ripped off this movie. There was a planned sort of remake of this movie, an American remake of this movie, but that was basically they put the kibosh on that when they found out that The Hunger Games was being made into a movie. So this movie, what did I think about it? I thought it was great. I'm not a fan of subtitled movies. I'd looked all over the internet for a dubbed version of this movie and couldn't find it. I watched the subbed version and it was awesome. Like, I don't like subtitled movies, but there wasn't a second of this where I didn't enjoy this movie. It was great. I forgot, basically, that it was a subtitled movie by the end of it. One thing that took me off guard is when I had heard about this movie, I didn't think it was gonna be as interesting as it was, because I kind of thought it's gonna be 30 kids, very cookie cutter, you know, they're all in their Japanese school kid uniform. Very, I didn't expect there to be so many unique personalities in it. There's, you know, a team there's, you know, one group that's sort of a team of like 3 guys working together, where one's kind of the head, and there's like a relationship guy, like 2 people that are in a relationship, and there's actually other people that are in relationships. Very cool, the diverse personalities that are in it, and there's the cool badass guy in the black suit with the machine guns. I didn't expect to see such sort of diverse personalities. I thought it would just be very like, I'm a school kid, and one by one, you know, person gets killed off over time. One thing that I didn't like about this movie was the sort of surprise love stories that they just sort of worked in, where it was just like a person would get killed by someone, and they would, just before they get killed or as they're dying, they would profess their secret undying love, that they had always loved them. They had this secret crush on them for years and years and years, that they were always in love with them, and it happened. It didn't, like, if it had happened once, it would have been like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But it was like half the kids that died were professing that they had this long, even the teacher at the end, like, spoiler alert, even the teacher has this one person that they had this undying love for, and it's just like, by the end of it, it's just like, where the fuck is all this coming from? This is just right out of left field. It doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the movie. It came out of nowhere. Very, very weird. I don't know. I had mentioned this to Tor, and she said that that's kind of normal in it. I guess, you know, she said that that's part of Japanese culture. I guess, I don't know. I've never seen anything like that, so whatever. And the one thing that I really thought was cool, and spoiler alert, at the end, those of you that have watched strong style wrestling, the finishes, basically a strong style finish. I thought that was kind of funny and kind of cool. So with that said, if you haven't seen this movie, definitely check it out. Trust me, it is awesome. It took me off guard, like I said. I had heard about it for years, and it was that sort of cult classic movie that everybody says you gotta check out. I didn't think I'd like it, and I was surprised. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.